Thanks, Judge Childs. We're going to do 5-minute rounds from Democrat to Republican side back and forth, and I'll start with Ms. Boudou. Ms. Boudou, if I read your background, and if I were setting out to hire an attorney, if my case was a complicated case, I'd put you high on the list because I take a look at your legal career and realize you have tackled some of the toughest legal issues and many times some unpopular legal issues. And you've handled it well, and you've moved up in the ranks, and you're a recognized seasoned litigator. In the area of civil rights, whether it's voting rights or others, you remind me of Thurgood Marshall, because everyone knew what his career consisted of, fighting for the NAACP Legal Defense Fund on voting issues and criminal justice issues, and he was well recognized as a leader. I recommend a book called Devil in the Grove, if you've run across it. Extraordinary story of how he risked his life to represent some of the most controversial defendants in dangerous courtroom circumstances. And I think of your work with the ACLU as well when I think of Ruth Bader Ginsburg. Everyone knew where Ruth Bader Ginsburg stood. She did not mince words when it came to her political beliefs. And this Senate approved both of those people, Thurgood Marshall and Ruth Bader Ginsburg, to serve on our highest court. I asked the staff to check on the roll call vote. Thurgood Marshall was 69-11 after his career as Solicitor General and his career before that with the NAACP Legal Defense Fund. Ruth Bader Ginsburg, she was confirmed by the Senate for the Supreme Court by a vote of 96-3, an extraordinary vote. But you're going to hear in questions that'll be posed to you today some real question as to whether or not you can be objective, dispassionate, throw away the role of advocate and be a judge at one of the highest courts in our land. So I want to give you this opportunity to explain your role as an advocate and your aspiration to be a judge.
Thank you, Senator Durbin, for those comments and that question. I started my career actually very early on as a staff attorney with the 11th Circuit. It's where I understood the important role that the courts play in the lives of real people. As a staff attorney, it's where I really honed my skills in terms of legal research and writing and understanding and wrestling with really difficult issues such as constitutional procedure and civil rights claims. I understood firsthand the importance of people, of litigants appearing before a court, understanding that that judge is fair, impartial, unbiased, and will give them a real meaningful opportunity to be heard. I've appreciated my role as an advocate, and I understand that as an advocate, your responsibility is to zealously represent your client's interests within the bounds of the law. However, as a judge, as I stated, it is to be fair. It is to be impartial. It is to make sure that your decisions are clear and well-reasoned. And my commitment to you, Chairman Durbin, as well as to this committee, is that if I am so fortunate to be confirmed, that is the kind of judge I will be.
Thank you. Judge Childs, we know a lot about you because your senator from South Carolina has told us a lot, and I respect him. He's my friend. We disagree on many things, but he has said nothing but kind words about you and your service. And your friend, Jim Clyburn, has been a dear friend of mine for decades, so you come with the highest recommendation. I'm going to be more specific with you. For the past year, you've been presiding over a multi-district litigation involving 100 state tort and data privacy law claims. Complicated law. In this case, In re Blackbaud, the plaintiffs have alleged that cyber criminals staged a ransomware attack on Blackbaud systems and held the plaintiffs' data for ransom. Can you give us an overview of the legal claims in that case and what you believe they raise as issues that Congress should consider?
Well, thank you, Senator, for that question. I will state that it's ongoing litigation so that I can only speak a little bit about it. But generally speaking, I was very fortunate to be given this case by the multi-district litigation panel. I am the lead judge for this case, which is occurring in over 20 states. It is challenging laws in all 50 states as well as the U.S. territories. It is also a case in which there are putative class action for nationwide as well as local. It has over 95 statutory as well as other constitutional and statutory claims and general negligence. I've had the fortunate opportunity to manage this litigation through discovery, having coordinated particular scheduling orders so that we can make it as as efficient as possible. And then also to make sure that I have ruled appropriately on several of the dispositive motions. So it's been a great honor and opportunity to manage that type of litigation.
Thank you, Judge. Senator Grassley.
Yeah,